EPAs and the Ad Council.
Now back to the show.
I don't know how you stop the gun violence. If I did, I would give it away to the world freely. Would not sell it. One person was killed. Another shot at a party at a Westwood apartment complex. And that happened overnight here in the city of Cincinnati. Again, one person has died after two people were shot at the Western Glen Apartments in the 2600 block of Montana Avenue during a party early Thursday. Now, who's partying on a Thursday? Damn, you got started a little early, didn't you? Could you wait one more day? Why do parties turn violent? Is it the party? Is it the music? Is it the people? I mean, we know the truth, right? It's the individuals. Growing up in the city of Cincinnati, trying to go out and go to different parties, I cannot tell you how many times you go to an event and it would get shut down, or, you know, people would start fighting, or there'd be some talk about shots and ringing out in the parking lot. Whatever happens, you just leave your gun at home and just go hang out, have a good time. Is that ain't a thing no more? Everybody's got to be strapped, huh? And so you know what you got to do now is that when you go to the party, you got to get a concealed and carry permit, and you got to carry your weapon with you in your glove box. So everybody's bringing guns to the party. It's very, very sad. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it's possible to curb the violence. One, there's just too many guns out there. There's too many guns. Two, you got too many depressed, oppressed, repressed people. You got too many people out there. I mean, the schism between the haves and the have-nots is just too wide. And then lastly, it's just the mentality of Americans. I mean, we deal with our problems with gunpowder. That's what we've always done. I mean, come on, European Americans. That's how you took this continent. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Not you, but your great-great-great-grandfather. Okay, you benefited. Knock it off. So, you know, our police officers carry guns. The military has weapons. Your favorite superhero, he may have a weapon. Your favorite action hero certainly does. And when they've got problems with the bad guys, they don't go and try to talk it out. I mean, Batman and Superman didn't try to talk it out. They were trying to take each other out. So in an environment where we are programmed that it's okay for some people to die for certain things. And see, it goes back to even the death penalty. The death penalty plays a role on on some psychological level. It does. Because the death penalty helps to cheapen the lives of American citizens. What it does is it legitimizes a context and a process in which you should lose your life. And you can say, well, okay, they commit a murder, or they hurt a child, or they rob somebody and then try to kill them or use a weapon. These things qualify you for the death penalty. Okay, we understand that, but that's my point. You've got a society where we've already made exceptions, right, and exemptions for when somebody should forfeit their life. If you're a terrorist, you got to lose your life. Okay? So then when it comes down to the neighborhood level, how do we retroactively try to counteract that? And now try to instill in these young people, brothers in most cases, that there isn't a reason to take somebody's life. That you should never take somebody's life. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's a contradiction. It's a huge contradiction. You know, we tell these, every time there's a shooting, oh, life matters. It's a senseless murder, but then you're pro-death penalty. You're pro-death penalty for a terrorist, even when they have no trial. It doesn't make any sense. Is life cheap or is it not cheap? That's what it comes down to across the board in all scenarios. Now, do I think these brothers are thinking like that? No. But do I believe they've been programmed to believe that there are some things for which if you do this, you cross this invisible line and now I have to kill you? Yes, I do. because that's the world that we live in. That's the America that we live in. You know it and I know it. It's the same thing with the police. I mean, how many times have we seen it where police are interacting with citizens, something goes wrong, the police kill that citizen, and then they're exonerated by the courts. Or they're exonerated by prosecutors who don't even charge them in some cases. Okay, well, psychologically, the message that you're sending is that there are some scenarios, there are some people in which they can take your life and it's okay. It's all right. And so if that's okay, what that means is to the larger public, to the general society, that there are scenarios in which lethal force is completely necessary, whether it's legal or not in the minds of authorities. It's deep, man. We got problems, but we're working out, maybe. Brent writes, fear has to be put on repeat for it to be impactful, and we may be affected emotionally for a moment, but we become more desensitized to it because of our personal struggles we have to deal with on the daily. Tracy writes, Pepsi Fizz is real. Oh, no. Tracy, you're not a Fizz junkie, are you? You're not a Fizz junkie. Yeah, it's the Fizz. She's right, the Fizz. When I was a kid, I don't know what it was. We used to drink, or it was some kind of candy. When I've probably eaten every type of candy. My daughter takes me to the store. She thinks she's funny. She thinks she's slick. You know, we go to Kroger or wherever they have these impulse purchases. So the closer you get to the register, the more tantalizing the candies are. You know, oh, I need some batteries, or you know what, I need some chapstick. You know, all these kind of things run through your head. Oh, yeah, my breath. Yeah, let me get some gum, right? Cinnamon. And she falls for it every single time. My daughter. But that's kids, though. I remember being the same way. Can I have? No. Can I have? You said. That's my least favorite of all the things, all the ways that my daughter tries to persuade me, is when she says, you said 2 weeks ago, you said I could have a Snicker. The girl has an amazing memory for candy. And although she's a scholar, a Marvin Lewis scholar, and I'm proud to say it, there were several times throughout the school year when I had to get on her for forgetting things related to school. But kids don't forget that candy, do they? They'll never forget that candy. So my daughter tries to convince me to give her candy by asking me if I want candy when we go to the grocery store or we get to the cash register. And I keep telling her, babe, I've had all of this candy. I've been on this earth much longer than you. I'm candied out. I'm cool with the candy, okay? She looks at me like I'm crazy, like, it's candy, right? But that's a kid, though. Jared writes, no static, got an automatic. Too much of anything makes you an addict. Daryl writes, speaking of addiction, Nate, did you see that Lil Wayne had 3 seizures due to his lean overdose? ? One of his baby mamas posted on Facebook pleading to pray for Lil Wayne because he was hospitalized. Why he's not trying to kick that addiction, so he got to deal with the consequences. Am I wrong for saying this? I think not. No, you're not wrong for saying it, Daryl. I thought the same thing. Didn't he have a seizure like a couple years ago? I mean, one of these seizures is going to lead to some real serious medical consequences. You might want to slow down, Lil Wayne. What's killing me with Lil Wayne right now is not the lean. It's that damn commercial where he's pouring. It looks like it's like a champagne bottle, but it's pouring like it's water. So he's pouring some kind of liquid on his phone. He got these new phones out now that are waterproof. And I thought to myself, damn it, every phone should be waterproof. Every phone should be waterproof, and it should also be solar powered. Every single phone. Every single cell phone, that is. Just ask yourself, why isn't your phone waterproof, and why isn't it solar powered? Remember those solar powered calculators? And you put them in the sunlight for like 5 minutes, and it would power the calculator all day long? Wouldn't that be much easier than the batteries? You got to get new batteries for your cell phone. You got to replace the cord. How many people have replaced batteries or cords? That means extra money. That's why you don't have a solar-powered cell phone. When I saw that, I thought, wait a minute, this is just so... I mean, like the commercial says, our world is surrounded by water. I mean, most of the globe is got water covering the surface of it. So why aren't cell phones, all of them, now waterproof? Now, This is a true story. I was out with a friend, I don't know, a couple weeks back. We're watching, it might have been game 1 actually of the NBA finals. And we're out at a particular establishment, and no lie, there's a brother in there, right? He's showing off with his phone. He show off. What is he doing? You know how they bring you a pitcher of water and they put it in front of you and it's got the ice in there? This fool takes his phone and puts the phone inside the water with all the ice because he's got one of those Lil Wayne phones. And I'm looking at this man like, this brother's like in his 30s, 40s, and he's showing off to everybody in the establishment that he's got a waterproof phone. And I'm looking at this man like, if you don't go sit your ass down, man. And he's like putting the phone in the water. He takes it out. It's like dripping wet. I mean, it's just like Lil Wayne. And I thought, how goddamn brain dead are some people? What's wrong with this man? So I kid you not. Have you seen those Lil Wayne commercials? I guarantee you somewhere in America, somewhere in the world, somebody is pouring liquid on their phone, probably out in public or they're in their living room just showing off. Say, hey, my phone's waterproof. It's the world we live in. We're living in the last days of common sense. Kiki says, uh-oh, don't you dare say Miss Ivy, Miss Tracy, Mr. Ivy. My bad. John writes, good morning. I'm definitely getting my carry and conceal. Okay. Kiki writes, I thought the Cincinnati Gardens was considered a historical landmark. I thought so too. Karamia writes, good morning, listening as usual. Deborah writes, hey, Nate, tonight is another big win. Hashtag Cavs and Warriors. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do tonight because I'm not going to say I'm superstitious. All I'm going to say is that when I do my normal routine, the Cavs win. That's all I'm saying. Do you feel that way? I think most people do. So I'm trying to figure out, do I do my normal routine or do I do something different for the night? Because I don't want to do something different than like the Cavs lose because of me, right? I know I'm narcissistic. But most sports fans are, okay? I'm sure you feel the same way. I don't know what's going to happen tonight, Deborah. I really don't know. I hope they win because that means they've got a legitimate shot of winning the championship. Also, I hope they win primarily because it means a Game 7, which I think will be, Sunday night? So that's great. That'll be cool. You know, some more basketball watching. I have no idea what's going to happen tonight. I really don't. I don't know what team is going to show up. I think that the Golden State Warriors play better as a team. They play better as a team. So I think that means that they are a better team. But the Cleveland Cavaliers have LeBron James and they have Kyrie Irving. My thoughts about Kyrie Irving is because of his fantastic shooting the last game, is he going to come out and be a straight gunner? Got the crowd behind you at home? We'll have to find out. In the last game, LeBron James seemed like a man among boys. But now Draymond Green is back. So is that going to change his flow? We'll find out. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be in Cleveland. Man, I wish I was up there. Well, if I lived in Cleveland, I'd be at the game tonight. Mila J writes, I'll be honest, I'm too young to remember OJ in his heyday. And after seeing all these shows and documentaries about him, I feel like he deserved everything he got, and he's a straight Uncle Tom. Wow. And I'm digging the picture, Mila J. Thanks for adding a picture. I can see you now. You ain't missed much about OJ. I don't remember OJ in his heyday either, like when he was playing professional sports. What I remember is the O.J. Simpson trial. Like previous to the O.J. Simpson trial, O.J. Simpson was not in my radar screen at all. I wasn't thinking about O.J. He might have been in a few movies here or there, but he really wasn't, again, on my radar screen. It was the O.J. Simpson trial. And, I mean, O.J. was living a dream. He was living a dream. You know, he's got money, he's got fame, he's got a beautiful wife. Some people will say he has a beautiful white wife. He was married to a sister before. He had kids with this woman. He was living a life. He's golfing. Everybody knows him, partying, cavorting with women. He was living a life. So I don't fault OJ for his desire to live the life. What I fault OJ for is killing two people. That's what I fault him for. A lot of folks have said OJ was Uncle Tom. I don't even know what that means anymore, Uncle Tom. I mean, Uncle Tom, what does that mean? I mean, for him to be an Uncle Tom, that means